and gentlemen, Ashley Eckstein.
We will be auditioning for some roles to be part of the experience, so I hope you're ready. And then, as a special treat to you, we'll perform an all-new Star Wars The Clone Wars adventure written exclusively for Star Wars weekends. Does that sound exciting? So, how many Clone Wars fans do we have out there today? All right, a lot. Well, that's great. Well, for 5 seasons, Star Wars The Clone Wars took audiences on some amazing adventures, telling stories with epic conflict, spectacular battles featuring the heroic struggle between good and evil. And one of the characters at the center of it all was Jedi Padawan Ahsoka Tano. It's truly been an honor and an opportunity of a lifetime that I do not take lightly to be the voice of Ahsoka. And I want to thank each and every one of you for your support and for bringing these characters into your homes each and every week. You know, Star Wars is and always has been about amazing characters, and we have a very special treat here for you today. He is the voice of one of the most famous characters of all time, so please, without further ado, please help me welcome to the stage the voice of Yoda, Mr. Tom Kane!
I'm not worthy. Try not to drip on you.
Oh no, it's cool out there.
This is nice, yes. I know why you're really here. It's the air conditioning. Let's be honest.
Now, did you guys think Yoda was so tall?
It is funny because people ask to get a picture with me, and I'm usually sitting down at a table, and I'm like, yeah, sure. So I stand up, and they're like, oh my gosh, the voice of Yoda's so tall. I'm like, wait, what? Hold on. The fact that I'm a human doesn't surprise you. But that I'm a tall human, it's like, stop the presses.
Well, Tom, you guys may not know it yet, but you're going to soon realize that you hear Tom's voice everywhere. Tom is a true legend. He is actually the true Jedi master in the voiceover world. And we hear everything from movie trailers. You'll hear Tom doing all the movie trailers.
Yeah, I do most of the Disney Pixar trailers. I used a couple different voices. The most common one you hear is like, it's Toy Story 3, starts Friday at theaters everywhere, rated PG. Or the other one is, Tim Allen, here's the Shaggy Dog 2 from Walt Disney Pictures, starts Friday at theaters everywhere. And for things like the Harry Potter movies, like, that's what it is old Gandalf and starts Friday at theaters everywhere. Shut up, House!
Well, Tom, you've also worked for Disney on the show Kim Possible. Do we have any Kim Possible fans out there?
I was a villain, the guy upside down there, Monkey Fist. And I'm going to teach Kim Possible the power of pet watching monkey kung fu! I get a lot of monkeys for some reason. I don't know.
Well, monkeys, but then this is very exciting. Yes. I know I'm a Powerpuff Girl fan.
That was one of my favorite series. Professor Utonium, the girl's father and, well, mixmaster or whatever little chemical X, and poof, there they are. It's actually coming back. Woo! We're recording a 1-hour special. It's going to be on in the fall, and if the ratings are good, they're going to order more seasons. So please watch and tell your friends. I was also the talking dog on Powerpuff Girls, and the creepiest cartoon thing ever that him. It's like, hello, Powerpuff Girls, why don't you come in here so I can shoot you?
Well, this guy's creepy, Dr. Doom.
Dr. Victor Von Doom, yes, in Spider-Man. I was the bad guy, I made that unethical. What can I say?
So monkeys and bad guys.
Yeah.
All right. And then, of course, another small character, a Smurf.
A Smurf. That was sort of I was narrator Smurf in the first Smurfs movie, and they are going to bring the next movie out in a few months, so apparently narrator Smurf was a hit, so they expanded my role, and I'm in and out of the movie several times, but he's just sort of like, there is a place where little blue people live in harmony with unicorns and rainbows, and but the one question I've asked that they've never been able to explain to my satisfaction is how there are thousands of these Smurf guys and one Smurfette. So, but that's probably for a different show.
Well then, of course, Master Yoda. Can you give us Yoda line?
Which is a master you have found. Just be by my side, do you? Yeah, that's my favorite one. I've done a lot of silly things, but Yoda's the man. So. I was a fan long before I was someplace. So.
You've actually been the voice of Yoda for a long time.
Yeah, I started, almost 20 years ago. The original guy was Frank Oz, who we all, he's, the voice of the people, he's a legend. But Frank, he wasn't just an amazing puppeteer and a voiceover guy, he was a very talented director, and he started directing movies. And he was off shooting the movie 3 Men and a Baby for the people in the audience with gray hair. And they needed a Yoda for something, and I was in recording, I don't know, I was doing, Akbar or something for a game. And I was just goofing around and reading some of the Yoda lines. And what I didn't know was that Frank was off for 3 months somewhere else, and they needed Yoda for the game, and they were recording what I did. And they took it up, played it for George, and George said, yeah, he's okay, he's okay. And that was it. I've been Yoda for 18 years, so it's like, that was the easiest audition I ever had. So I come in the next week, and I think I'm going to be, TIE Fighter pilot number 3. And I open the script, and all the highlighted lines are Yoda. And I said, oh, I think I've got Frank's script. And they're like, no, it's yours, you're Yoda now. And when I came to, I got off the ground.
Well, Tom, explain to our audience why they're looking at a photo of a monorail.
Well, if you ride the monorail, I think partly because I do so much stuff as part of the Disney family, they decided they wanted to use me other places. So now when you're on the monorail, that's me going, when exiting the monorail, please remember to take all your children, or at least the ones you like. All unclaimed children will be put in a box at the end of the day and sold to the highest bidders. Something like that. That's not really there.
Well, Tom, you are truly an inspiration to several young actors, and I bet we have some aspiring voice actors in the audience, so I think we should hold some auditions.
Yes!
Do you guys want to audition for some roles? You guys ready? All right, well, let's go down into the audience, and we're going to audition for the first character. He's the slimy gangster from Tatooine, Jabba the Hutt.
What's that? I know that life.
It actually took 6 different puppeteers to bring Jabba to life. Some of them actually sat inside, while others controlled his movements using remote control. When Jabba was brought on set, he was overwhelming and larger than life. Then Ben Burtt decided to create Jabba's language called Huttese, giving him a slightly more sinister tone. And that is the Jabba we know and despise today.
Master Luke, you're standing on
All right, you can take him to a good Jabba. We need a really good Jabba. This is the first hand I saw, right here. Yeah, you, come on up. Well, you look surprised after you raised your hand.
Whatever. I'm sorry, whatever.
Okay, well, cool. What's your name?
Stephen James.
Steven?
Yes.
All right, Steven. Now, we need you to give us a really big Boshuda. Ha, ha, ha. Okay, I just make it sound a little tougher than that.
do or do not.
Okay. Yes, do or do not. Here's
There is
the
no
next
try.
try. That's awesome. Okay, here you go, Steven. Wow, that was really good. I don't know. I think the force is strong with you, Steven. All right, thank you so much.
Excellent.
He set the bar pretty high, Tom.
Yeah, I've got to watch out for my job, apparently.
Okay, well now we need someone who is a Wookiee. course, he's 7 feet 2 inches tall. But Academy Award-winning sound designer Ben Burtt decided to take a more earthbound approach with his voice. Let's listen.
He's very cute.
So who thinks they can give us some Wookiee growls? We need some really big Wookiee growls. Okay, you in the white t-shirt, come on up. All right, yes, round of applause for our next volunteer. Who's standing up? Definitely look like a Wookiee. What's your name, Skagga? Jonathan. Jonathan. It's a Wookiee. All right, Jonathan. Now we need you to give us some really big Wookiee growls. Tom, can you do a Wookiee?
Nah, that's a tough one. I mean, it's you know, animals or, but, no.
Well, that's better than mine.
Peter actually has worked up a pretty good one, so.
Ooh,
If you see
okay,
Peter.
yeah, if you get his autograph later, ask him for
Yeah.
his Wookiee growl. Okay, now we need you to give us not one, but 2 really big Wookiee growls. Now, Wookiees are like giant teddy bears that could rip your arms off, but they don't want to. I mean, Chewbacca's really nice, so. Okay, you ready? Okay. That is an adorable Wookiee, everyone! Round of applause!
I suggest a new strategy. Let the Wookiee win.
Awesome, thank you so much. Wow,
Fun.
we're 2 for 2, Tom.
What do we do next?
Well, we saved the hardest for last, because now we need Darth Vader. Now, Darth Vader is the perfect combination of how great physical acting and voice acting come together to create one unforgettable character. Now, I want to show you something real quick, because this is what the cast and crew of Star Wars heard while they were filming.
I'm a member of the Imperial Senate on the diplomatic...
You are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take her away.
That sounds a lot different, right?
Not as impressive, I suppose.
Well, that was the man behind the mask. That was actor David Prowse. But Star Wars creator George Lucas found actor James Arnold Jones, right up there, who also happens to be the voice of Mufasa from The Lion King.
Yeah.
Yes. And he provided a much darker and more mysterious tone. Let's watch.
You are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take her away.
Much scarier. All right. Now we need a Darth Vader. Let's see. Okay. The blonde boy in the back who's jumping up and down. Oh, he just did. All right, come on down, Skagga.
I actually, my agent represented James as well, and a long time ago, and I was there the same day, and I'm not joking. I sort of felt him before I saw him. He just rumbles when he talks. He was like, oh my God.
Wow, well, what's your name, Skagga?
Ian.
Ian. Darth Ian. All right, Ian. Now, every Star Wars villain has a breathing problem. Okay, so I need you to give us some Darth Vader breathing, some inhales and exhales first. Okay, you got it? Okay, now I need you to talk like Darth Vader. This has to be really dark and menacing. I need you to say, do not underestimate the power of the dark side. You got this. All righty, you ready?
Do not underestimate the dark side.
Wow!
Each part of the imitation you've created. It is insignificant next to the power of the Force, and I find your lack of vocal skills disturbing.
Hey, I thought he did a good job.
Don't you know the power of the dark side?
Well, I may not know the power of the dark side, Darth, but I have the power of the remote.
What? What are you doing? No!
Wait! Ashley? What do I sense here? I sense the Sith in here.
It was just Darth Vader, James, but don't worry, I took care of him.
Oh, Darth Vader. Yes, I believe he'll be the death of me someday.
Oh, yes, you know what? One more round of applause for Ian, everyone!
was awesome.
Great! Put another round of applause for your Star Wars
Hey,
weekend.
everybody. How about Tom Kane here, huh? Pretty cool. And Ashley Eckstein, come on, is she doing a great job? You guys, we've got this show and we've got one more of this. I can't believe it.
I know, last day. But we still have a lot of fun planned, and you are just in time for our all-new Star Wars The Clone Wars adventure.
Oh, good,
Written
yes.
exclusively for Star Wars weekends.
Awesome.
And it's a new scene,
Uh-huh.
inspired by Return of the Jedi.
Yes.
But we need some help. We need some
Okay.
more volunteers. So
All
Tom,
right.
I need you to find me the voice of a Gamorrean guard. And James, I need you to find me the voice of a Jawa and a translator droid.
And a translator, right. You had such passion when you put the hand up. I know, I'm gonna get a translator droid, you think you can do it? All right, come on up. You make your way up to there, okay? I've got to find a Jawa. A Jawa. Come back and see it. Now, let me explain what's happening here. This is just like a studio when you go in to do a voiceover session. It's all set up like this. We have our engineer, Mark. Everybody say hi to Mark. He's going to be running sound and stuff. And this is our script. And we get this, and this is the way it works for voice actors. You have to be able to just read it very fast and do it, because you usually don't see it until you walk in. So, guys, we have actors here. Ready to perform? Are you ready to perform? It's exciting. Hey, Mark, so, like sound effects, you're working sound effects. He's got it, like, on a computer, but in the old days, they would do it with, different
just
things.
like the old radio dramas.
Yeah, like the old dramas. But, like, say I needed well, I don't prove them, but blaster. There you go, yeah. Nice. But, and, oh, good, yeah. Not a big good. Hey, what else you got? You got, give me something a little more civilized. Very good, that's nice, yes. It's all just right.
James, Ahsoka has a lightsaber too. Actually, she has two.
But it's so cute when you do it.
Ahsoka is not cute, James.
All right. Okay, then. Oh. Ooh, hey, good. That was pretty cool. All right. All right. You've learned well, Padawan.
Now, Padawans, playtime is over. Begin we must.
Okay. Whatever Master Yoda says, we must do. But it was fun, wasn't it, Ashley? Good. All right, so who do we have here? What is your name, sir? Ben. All right, Ben, can you give me right into the mic there a check 1, 2?
Check, 1, 2.
Very good. You're going to be the translator droid. Think of C-3PO with a bit of an attitude, right? Okay. And then who do we have right here? Zoe, can you say check 1, 2 into that microphone?
Check 1, 2.
Very good. And who do we have here?
2.
And you give us a check 1, 2 as well, all right?
Check 1, 2.
All right. And you've looked at your scripts? I think we're set. We've got Tom Kane, the narrator of the Clone Wars, so I think we're pretty much good to go.
Tom is the only actor that's in every single episode of the Clone Wars, because you hear him as the narrator.
Yeah, it's a blank page, 8 by 10 blank, and I signed it for the narrator. So.
All right, well, if you guys are ready, may
Yes.
the Force be with us. Action.
Tales from the Clone Wars. Early in the conflict, the Jedi Knights struck an alliance with the vile gangsters of the Hutt criminal empire in order to secure an advantage against the evil separatist forces. To maintain this treaty, the Jedi Council dispatches Obi-Wan Kenobi and Ahsoka Tano to the distant planet of Tatooine for an audience with the powerful gangster Jabba the Hutt. Now on the lonely windswept road that winds to the iron citadel of the loathsome criminal, the two Jedi make their way to an uncertain appointment.
Nicely done.
I haven't been to Tatooine since Master Skywalker and I rescued Stinky.
I beg your pardon.
Stinky. That's what Anakin called Jabba's son Rada. I got the impression that Anakin isn't very fond of the Hutts.
Yes, well, perhaps that's why he opted out of this mission, sir.
Maybe. But he usually prefers taking action over bookkeeping.
Sorry, did you say bookkeeping?
Yeah. Instead of coming with us, he's stuck reviewing stats and intelligence reports with Senator Amidala.
With Padme? Really?
Yes. From the sounds of it, they're going to have to spend the whole week together working side by side to make any headway.
Curious. Tell me, Ahsoka, does Anakin take a lot of these missions with Padme?
Oh, not say he spends more time with the Supreme Chancellor than Senator Amidala, but who's counting, right?
I'm counting. But let's try to focus on the mission at hand. I hope you've been practicing your hutties.
We're about to find out.
Now then, be my guest.
I guess we better knock. Jedi, Ahsoka Tanoa, Bo Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Tuta Admishku do Jabba the Hutt.
Yes, what she said. Yes, well, that's why they call me the negotiator.
The massive sandblasted gate to Jabba's palace opens, revealing a long, dark passageway into the heart of the criminal den. Ahsoka and Obi-Wan bravely venture forth, and are soon met by the grotesque sentries that patrol Jabba's territory.
Oink, oink.
You will take us to Jabba now.
Oink, oink.
I said you will take us to Jabba now.
Oink, oink.
Well, any tips, Master Negotiator?
It's awfully cute. Well, perhaps you should snort politely.
We don't have time for this. You will take us to Jabba now.
Oink, oink.
I don't get it. That usually works.
No, it works on the weak-minded, Ahsoka, not on the mindless. Do you want to way to go?
Finally, someone with brains to talk to. We are emissaries from the Jedi Order. We bring greetings for Jabba the Hutt. And a gift.
A gift?
Yes, the gift is that we won't cause any trouble if everyone cooperates.
Well done, Padawan.
Obi-Wan and Ahsoka step into the dank bustle of Jabba the Hutt's throne room. The smoky parlor is filled alcove to alcove with all manner of bizarre life forms and strange tourists from different states.
This place hasn't improved with time.
Remember diplomacy, Ahsoka. We are guests here.
I know. Any last-minute advice?
Yes. No deep breaths in here.
You don't need to remind me. I never could get that smell of stinky out of my backpack.
Ooh, teeny.
Hands off my lightsaber, bright eyes, or I'll teach you some manners.
As the Jedi wind their way through the crowd, they at long last catch sight of the powerful, the legendary, the great Jabba the Hutt.
He's asleep. I guess he didn't know we were coming.
Yes, well, we'll wait over here while you make the necessary preparations with your master.
The Hutt's pasty-faced majordomo scuttles to the throne to delicately inform the crime lord of business. And from the crowd emerges one of Jabba the Hutt's countless worker droids.
A new acquisition. Must be the property our master has ordered.
Excuse me?
The mighty Jabba has been looking for ages to replace our ancestor since the incident. You are a fit specimen. Please report to the tailor drawer for your fitting of your dancing outfits.
Back off, glitchhead. I'm no dancer. I'm here on official Jedi business.
I was referring to the far better toned, graceful-looking specimen next to you.
Thanks, Mark. Graceful?
Anakin's really gonna wish he came on this mission. After you, Your Grace.
I have a bad feeling about this. Step right up here, take a bow. This is for you, sir. And you, my dear. And you, sir. Hey, look, let's hear it for him. Take a bow there. Very good. All right. Make your way back to your seat for the rest of this fun show, okay? Oh, shoelaces untied.
Yes. All about the same.
Good Jedi Master.
Yes.
Now, I think Miss Sony here was the cutest Gamorrean guard I've ever
Throughout all the
heard.
Star Wars universe, yes. Cutest Gamorrean guard yet. Yes, I will agree.
She takes the cake. So, well, that was a lot of fun. But the fun is still not over yet because we have a very special announcement from the supervising director of Star Wars: The Clone Wars, Dave Filoni. So let's watch.
Hey, stars. Very cool stuff. Very cool.
Thank you.
Great job!
I actually saw that for the first time the day before yesterday.
Oh, wow. And Tom, you're flying like a little TIE fighter-y kind of thing.
I
That's
know,
pretty cool to see
yeah,
you
it does
like
kind of
that.
look like a TIE fighter.
A good pilot you are, Master.
Well, it really is an exciting time to be a Star Wars fan because we still have new episodes of Star Wars The Clone Wars yet to come.
Yes.
We have Star Wars Rebels
Yes.
coming to Disney XD in 2014. And then this little project called Star Wars Episode 7 coming in 2015. Well, thank you so much for coming to Behind the Force today. Thank you to all of our wonderful volunteers.
Great job.
Thank you to our special celebrity guest, Tom, Kane, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you to your Star Wars Weekend host, James Arnold Taylor.
Thank you. And let's hear it for Matthew Eckstein one more time. Come on.
And Tom, James,
Yes.
I think there's only one thing left to say.
May the Force be with you.
Thank you.